Hello you guys, it's Barb from Barb and I Budgets, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. In today's video, I just want to go ahead and recap my spending for the week, and then after I do that, I am going to show you how much I was able to save in my sinking funds for the month of January. So we can start off on last Sunday. The first thing I did was I spent $15 out of my miscellaneous money to buy a ticket to the mother-son dance for my 13-year-old. I'm excited about that. And then I gave my son $10 out of the miscellaneous money so he could go to a basketball game to watch his friends play. And then while he was at the basketball game, I went to the local grocery store and I spent $42.72 on groceries for the upcoming week, plus for his lunch. I went to another grocery store called Mark's and I spent $10 on cat food. And then I spent $15.55 on more groceries. And then in the evening on Sunday, I zeroed out my bank account, my checking account, to my savings account for $8.03. So if you don't know what zero out is, it's where you take the last digits of your checking account, savings account, whichever account you want to use, and you roll it into a separate account as a savings. So for example, if you had $258.03, you would move the $8.03 and it would leave you $250. I was watching a different video where she moves to the 10th place, but I am not doing that at this point. I'm just doing the ones and the change. So then on Monday, oh, hold on, let me go back. So far for the year since January 1st, I was able to roll over $33.45 into a savings account, which when the year ends, I'm going to take that money and put it towards principal, only towards my mortgage. Okay, guys, so then on Monday, I had a no spend day. On Tuesday, I had a no spend day. I was very proud of that. And then I have to turn the page because now we're going into February. So on Wednesday, my daughter called and she said, "Hey mom, I just wanted to let you know that I bought some supplements. I need you to pay for them." So I had to pay for those. That was $23. In case you guys didn't know, my daughter is a power lifter at her college, and so she needed some supplements, and then she spent $5.33 on my PayPal, so I had to pay for it, which, whatever, it just is what it is. There's these little containers that she puts her supplements or her powder in, so she needed that. And then her powerlifting team is having a fundraiser, and I bought some stickers. They were just selling stickers as a fundraiser, so I spent $9 there. My son gave me $30 because our grocery store was having a really good sale on some roast, and he said, "Hey mom, here, take this $30 and go buy some meat." So I did, but I ended up spending $36.56, so I had to pay the $6.56. That should be blue. I don't know why I made it miscellaneous, but it was groceries. Then I paid my water bill, which was $43.87. And then Thursday, well, I paid all three of these bills at the same time on the 1st. And then I paid the sewer bill for $100. And then I paid my electric bill for $93. Then I went to Mark's, which is the little grocery store. It's a deep discount store. I spent $18 on pet food, which was dog food. And I spent $3.50 miscellaneous, which I had to buy some new whiteout because I threw my whiteout away. I don't know how that happened, but I did. And then I spent $4.48 on groceries that day. Friday was my payday. I had a no spend day. Yay. That's no spend number 3 for the week. And then on Saturday, well, it was Saturday. Okay, so let me step back till Friday. My son came home from school and he says, "Mom, I don't feel well." And you know, he didn't feel well the weekend before, but he was just congested and, you know, he got better pretty quickly. So I took his temperature and his temperature was regular, you know, it was normal, but he said, "Mom, my throat is hurting." So I gave him some children's Tylenol. You guys, he's 13. He's bigger than I am. But I give him some children's Tylenol because all he's ever had is children's Tylenol. So we went to bed and got up Saturday, and my boy was sick. He had a temperature. Early in the morning, his temperature was about 101. And steadily all day long, it kept raising. And I was giving him children's Tylenol. And then finally, I'm like, you know what? I got to go to the store. So I went to the store and I bought adults Tylenol. And I got some cough drops, some like throat lozenges and some cough drops. And I started giving him the adult Tylenol. And you guys, it wasn't working either. His temperature just kept rising. The highest it got was 102.5. And then finally, it just started coming down. And so today, Sunday, he's feeling much better. He's still coughing. His throat's still bothering him. So probably tomorrow, I'll take him to the urgent care just to have a swab on his throat and, you know, see if maybe he has strep. So, yeah, I spent $9.92. I don't know why I have it as groceries. It's because it was a crazy couple days. That wasn't groceries. That was Tylenol for him and cough drops. So later in the evening, once his fever started to come down, he had an 8 since Friday morning or at lunchtime on Friday at school. He said, Mom, I'm really hungry and I could really eat some McDonald's. So if my sick baby wants McDonald's, that's what we get. But here's where I feel like I fail as a budgeter because, you know, in my cash envelopes, I only stuffed $20 for eating out for this week, starting on Friday to this Friday. And I knew I had a buffer, so I swiped my card for $28.70. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I didn't stay on budget. I did not use the money that was in my envelope. I just didn't do the right thing. I swiped my card. So I just wanted to be honest about that. And then I also bought tax software on eBay for $39.94. That's going to come out of my tax sinking fund. So I also made the 19th week payment in my 52-week savings challenges. So that is my week. My totals are in bills. I spent $236.87 on the water, the sewer, and the electric bill. $10 to savings I'll talk about in a moment. Spending just on miscellaneous and groceries and dining out was $241.70, and I zeroed out $8.03. So it wasn't a horrible week. It wasn't the best week. I'm mad at myself about swiping my card here. I just did it though. And I don't know, it just is what it is. So now I'm going to show you, I'm going to move this out of the way and I am going to show you how much I was able to save in my sinking funds for the month of January. So I just went ahead and filled it in. I don't think anybody wants to watch me count them. Maybe you do, I don't know, but I just don't feel like it. It's been just a crazy week. So for the month of January, I started out $410 in my envelope, ended at $450 for a difference of $40. The same for my oldest son. My son Jeremiah, we started at $272. We ended at $312, which was a difference of $40. My daughter Sarah and my youngest son started at $410. They ended at $450, which was a difference of $40. My great nephew, my great niece, $150 and $50. They ended at $160 and $60, $10 each. Pets started with $90, ended with $90. My emergency fund started at $14.50, ended at $14.70 for a $20 difference. Savings started at $420, ended at $430 with a $10 difference. I started my investment in my IRA over at the beginning of the year, so they started at $0. They both ended with $20, so that was a difference of $40 there. Birthdays at $40, ended at $80 for a difference of $40. Household and health. Household started at $180, it ended at $220 for an increase of $40. Health started at $50, ended at $52 for an increase of $2. Clothing started at $80, ended at $100 for an increase of $20. Car maintenance, $85, ended at $105 and an increase of $20. Haircuts increased by $10. Out to lunch decreased by $5 because I had to pay for his out to lunch, but I still was able to bring it back up to $65. Back to school increased by 20. Family fun increased by 40. AAA increased by 10, and Disney Plus increased by 10. 1 month ahead increased by 175, but that's really that 80s and 90s challenge that I rolled over from the challenge into car insurance, because I'm trying to do 6 months at a time. And you guys, I thought it was going to be a $90 savings, but in fact, it's $139 savings and some change. So it's like $140. So I have to do that because I don't want to spend an extra $140 because I need to pay monthly, which I think is ridiculous anyway. Personal increased by 20 and miscellaneous stayed the same because I used some of it for the mother-son dance and for my son to go to basketball. So that's a difference of $692 I was able to save in the month of January. Okay, and the last thing I want to do is this new savings challenge that I'm doing with Liz and Les. She said, hey, let's just show that we don't have to have fancy envelopes. We don't have to have binders. All we need is a leftover envelope from some junk mail. And that's what I did. She's doing the same thing, and I think there's a few other people in the budgeting community doing it, and it's a $100 savings challenge, and every week we're just going to put $10. So here's my $10 going into just a plain old envelope, showing that you don't have to have anything fancy to start your savings, and we're going to save $100 this way. So if you'd like to join us, just get yourself an envelope, a return envelope that's not being used to return mail, and you can start stuffing $10 in it. It's an easy way to start. So with that, I want to thank you guys for being here. I hope that this next week is a better week. My son gets better. Well, he is feeling better, but he's not going to go to school tomorrow. I'm going to keep him home one day to see, maybe get his throat checked to see if he has strep. And yeah, that's it. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And I would appreciate it if you hit the like button and leave me a comment down below, and we could talk about things. I like talking about things. So have a good evening, everybody. Well, have a good day, because you're going to see this on Monday morning. And I hope you guys have a great week. And I will see you soon with the savings challenge stuffing. So bye, guys. Oh, remember, Jesus loves you. I do too. Bye.